Well, howdy. I heard y'all were coming, so I put on my Sunday best. I wanted to look good for everyone. If you saw the last videos on the Harbor Freight trencher, you know that I pulled every single pin on it and replaced the broken ones and greased and cleaned, reinserted the non-broken ones, the ones that worked, and thought I'd give a little update. You can see I'm digging. This is granite dust. So the title was not misleading. It was not clickbait. I am digging in granite. It's just not solid granite, it's granite dust. Just pure ground up granite. Ooh, nice on my hands, and I got to touch the camera. Oh well. Had a new well put in. I don't know if we can see it up there. There's the rock right there. That's the new well. And when they were driving it down, the runoff ran down the hill and into this ditch and down into my catch basin, filling my catch basin up with granite. And I was digging, if you were wondering, I was digging slow and easy because I've got a pipe right there I'm trying not to bust up. It goes under my road and out the other side. You can see where some granite's piled up down there where it's washed through. I may have to run a water hose through that pipe to help clean some of the granite out of it. But, and also if you're wondering, Dumpy's rated for a half ton, 1,000 pound, but the lift, the dump on it is actually rated for a ton, 2,000 pounds. So what I do is I basically load the tires. When the tires look like they've had enough, I stop. And they won't carry in volume as much of this stuff as he will regular dirt, because boy, this stuff is heavy. It's been here a couple of weeks now, and we've had so much rain, when it gets wet, I can't even get it out of the bucket. I'll scoop up a bucket full, and it won't drop out of the bucket. It sticks like glue. It's basically, if you ever put crusher run in your roads, it's the dust part that's in crusher run, at least in this part of the country. I don't know what it is in other parts of the country. They drilled down 8 foot of dirt and then hit solid granite, and the next 520 something feet was all solid granite. But I got 520 foot deep and 12 gallons per minute of water, so I'm real pleased with that. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but one of the biggest complaints about the Harbor Freight trencher, and a lot of these trenchers, is the slop when you're digging in the boom. And this is the biggest culprit right here. And you can see they all have the Zerk fittings on the pins that come with it. And I didn't replace any of these. Every one of these was good. A couple of them were stopped up with dirt and wouldn't take grease, so I soaked them and cleaned them. These are the worst ones for getting stopped up, obviously, because they're down there at the digging end, the business end. So I put them in my parts washer that you may have seen in one of the videos that I invented. I've been getting a ton of orders for those. I hope to fulfill those orders soon. If you're not familiar with my parts washer, you can go back and watch that video. And I'm not going to put a link in there. If you can't look it up on your own, then don't watch it. I'm old and lazy and cranky and don't care anymore. But what I did was, you all know these things are metric. And I found that a 1-inch pin will fit in the hole. It's a little bit snug, so obviously it's going to be less play. So I pulled out this clevis pin here and replaced it with a 1-inch hitch pin. And I've got a snap ring like this on the bottom side of it because it doesn't have a grease fitting on it. And I know I could drill and tap it and all, but to me it's easier to just unsnap that ring, pull it out, grease it, slide it right back in. And going from the metric to the 1-inch pin has cut that side-to-side slop in half. I'm trying to shake it and hold the camera. That's it. That's all I can move it right there, side to side. You can see it's almost negligible. So that 1-inch hitch pin, I got it at Tractor Supply. You can get them anywhere it sells tractor parts. But that 1-inch hitch pin did everything I needed it to do. It really took the slop out. The only other pins I replaced, in case you didn't see that video, I replaced the main boom pin because it was broken, and I replaced the 2 pins at each end of the main boom, right there, because those were broken. But, and you can go back and watch the other video if you didn't see it, it made 0 difference. I can't tell any difference between the old pin and the new pin, because even if they're broken, as long as the bolts are tight and the keys are in, it can't go anywhere. It can't separate. If anything, being broken allows the grease to move around a little better. So I can tell 0 difference in those 3 points having new pins. But having that hitch pin there made a huge difference in the slop. Still has a little slop, but I'm thinking you probably want a little bit of free play in it to absorb the shock of digging, less chance of breaking something than if it was really, really tight. So, wanted to give an update on that. That's what it's doing and how it's working. Now I've got to go dump this heavy load. I'm using this to fill in holes in the road. It packs down pretty good. So I've got to go dump this and dig some more. And then I've got several other catch basins to clean out that haven't been cleaned in years. So that's what Little Red and Dumpy and I are doing today. And God, it's hot. It's already in the 90s and it's like 9:30 in the morning here in the mountains of South Carolina. So I appreciate you visiting us here on the Double M Farm, and we'll talk again real soon.